आदिवासी लोगों से पैर धुलवा करके पानी पिलाते हैं। ये वो व्यक्ति है जिसने आदिवासियों से अपने पैर धुलवाए और उसको पानी पिलवाया। सर, ये वो व्यक्ति है, ये वो व्यक्ति है जो
आपका रिपोर्ट में नहीं जा रहा।
ये वो व्यक्ति है जो आदिवासियों से पैर धुलवा करके पानी पिलाता है। सर, मणिपुर पर चर्चा नहीं की और ये जो है नफरत,
बालू जी,
यहाँ पर भी नफरत फैलाने का काम किया इस व्यक्ति ने।
Honorable Speaker, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir. I support the no confidence motion on behalf of DMK. First of all, I start with Mr. Rishikant Dubey, who has ended his speech with reciting Mahabharata. I am also reminded of a particular episode wherein Krishna has advises Arjun to throw their aims his bow towards his grandfather, kith and kin, friends, and everybody. That was the story in the epics. But what is the end result of the Mahabharata? Finally, they lost it, and King Arjun, Dharma, and other people won the case. He has recited about Draupadi and other people. So what has happened? Finally, that is the end result. That is most important as far as that epic is concerned. I am also not willing to oppose my old friends. They are all very close friends, especially my friend, the leader of the House, Mr. Narendra Modi, and other friends also. They are the first friend everywhere. They are my friends prevailing over the ruling party. I am rather hesitating to oppose them because of the only reason it was led by the late lamented leader Vajpayee ji. That was the only reason. And at the same time, now I am opposing. Now I am supporting the no confidence motion means because we want to kill the evils. Krishna advised Arjun, you are not going to kill your kith and kin and friends. You are going to kill the evils only. The same thing I am doing, sir. There is no other way for me, sir. Sir, moving the motion, no confidence motion against the brutally majority government, it is not fair on our part. It is not all fair. And moreover, it is at the fag end of the parliament, sir, this parliament. It is not fair on the part of the opposition to bring the no confidence motion, sir. But there is no other way, sir, because Prime Minister is not coming. Prime Minister has been elected member of Parliament and nation's Prime Minister to attend the Parliament only. He has not come so far. That is why there is no other way to bring the Prime Minister to this House. That is why a no confidence motion has been filed by the India opposition. Sir, to start with Tamil Nadu, he is making the stepmotherly attitude towards the Tamil Nadu, sir. What he has done, just before the 2019 election, James was a foundation laid by that same Prime Minister. Even after 5 years, they have not done even single brick over the first brick. They have not done it, sir. Sir, he has promised 2 crore jobs every year. By this time, 18 crore jobs would have been created. Nothing, he has not done. Sir, he has promised 15 lakhs per head. But he has not given even single rupee to the household. Sir, he has promised jobs, lakhs and lakhs of jobs to our young men. Even he has abolished 5 crore jobs in the Manrega. And moreover, over 46 years, the unemployment is still prevailing. He has not done it. He has failed to do that, sir. Sir, wherever he goes around the world, he talks about Tirukural, he talks about Tiruvallur and so on, sir. But he is not making the rightful thing to Tamil Nadu, sir.
Shame.
Sir, 2,000 crores out of 50 lakhs, 2,000 crores out of 50 lakhs budget, can't he provide to Tamil Nadu for the construction of AIIMS, sir? Just now, the other friend has said there are lots of AIIMS have come throughout the nation, but nothing has happened in Tamil Nadu.
Shame, shame.
Is it fair on the part of the Prime Minister? That is why we wanted to get out of him, sir. Sir, and they say the money has to, for the AIIMS, this AIIMS alone, for the Tamil Nadu AIIMS, the money has to come from Japan. Is it not shameful, sir, on the part of the Prime Minister? Sir, out of 41% of the allegation, we are getting only 20% against our exchequer income, exchequer payment from Tamil Nadu, sir. Some years back, the late lamented leader Rahul Gandhi ji and Jayawardene had made an agreement. Rajiv Gandhi ji and Jayawardene made an agreement. In the 13th amendment of Sri Lanka should be taken care. And unless otherwise 13th amendment is made up, there won't be peace in northeast of the north and east of Sri Lanka. That is what both the leaders have agreed and signed in the agreement. That agreement has not yet been placed, not yet been retrieved from the cupboards of the Sri Lankan government. They have not done it. But every now and then, Government of India is helping the Sri Lankan government often and often, sir. They have miserably failed to retrieve back the Kachetiu, which was owned by Ramanathapuram, king of Ramanathapuram, anciently, sir. They have not done it, sir. Women reservation, they are simply keeping quiet, and the women folk of India is cursing him. But for that purpose, he has to go. Sir, what happened to Sethi Samutram?
Yes.
Sethi Samutram is just, they kept in the cupboard. Only reason is, Madam Sonia Gandhi ji and Dr. Kalaiya Karunanidhi came to the function in the forefront. They said in the forefront, that's all. It was laid, the foundation stone was laid by Dr. Manmohan Singh, overwhelmed by the whole of the world. Just on the laying of the foundation stone, the whole world appreciated. 160 years old project, sir. That has not, in the middle of the project, they have stopped it because Sangh Parwar has stopped it by a court order.
Shame.
Sir, who has created the route? The route was created by Vajpayee ji only. Line, alignment, everything was laid by Vajpayee only. It is his own child. But it has been brought up by Dr. Manmohan Singh and Sonia Gandhi ji and Dr. Kalaiya Karunanidhi. Because they have brought up, only 30 kilometers is pending, sir. Otherwise, it would have been completed by 3 or 4 months. So it's shameful on the part of this government. The government should go immediately because all the Tamils, in spite of his recital of Tirukural, the Tamil the stanzas, people won't forget him. He will face the sequence.
Yes.
Sir, the government has promised MSP. Only 700 people have been killed in Delhi. MSP has not come to the reality so far, sir. 15 lakhs, 2 crores, all are as history. And prices, the petrol and diesel. So what is the international price on crude oil? $88. $88. What is the price of petrol and 100 rupees and 103 rupees? So this is not fair. But what has happened in those period, during UPA period, it was 60, 65, just like the only. At that time, the diesel price, what is that? Crude oil price was only 80 rupees. Now $80. What is happening now, sir? Sir, 155 lakhs government loan is there. Now, what was the UPS for only 55 lakhs, sir? This is what, that is why we are opposing this government. Forthwith, we have to get out of this government, sir. Governance, sir. Coming back to treatment meted out by minorities. Minorities of Manipur have been killed ruthlessly, sir.
Shame.
Sir, what has happened?
Shame.
143 people have been killed. 10,000 people have, 65,000 people have
This place.
They have fled out of the particular state. And two women folk has been striped, gang raped, and paraded in nude in the streets of Manipur, sir. Sir, it is worthwhile to say now, under 1,044 incidents took place. Women and children brutally killed. Where? It is not in Manipur, sir. It is in Ahmedabad, sir. The daylight they have been killed. When Honorable, our Prime Minister, the former Chief Minister of Gujarat was ruling the government.
Shame.
2,500 people were missing. Majority are belonging to minority community.
Shame.
The whole civilized world was up in anger and condemned the Gujarat's drama in strong terms. Many fact-finding, impartial investigation revealed that merciless power politics, editorial and prescribed and targeted crimes, and CM of the day was accused of condemning violation. Not condemning the violence. But your own party, Prime Minister Vajpayee, condemned the bloodbath and said, don't cross sacred line of Raj Dharma. So I quote the PTA story, sir. PTA story on 4/4/2002. Speaking to reporters at the end of the day, visit of Gujarat, he told the Chief Minister of the day, Mr. Vajpayee, Modi ji, Chief Minister, to follow Raj Dharma and make no distinction between the people on the basis of caste, creed, and community. And further, he says, majority needs no protection. Majority is capable of safeguarding its interests. They have the number on their own. It is only the minority which needs protection, sir. This is what the same thing is happening here, sir. Nowadays, what has happened to Gujarat? Majority versus minority. The same thing is happening in Manipur. Majority versus minority. It has been inflicted upon the minorities by the majorities. The Chief Minister is helpless. He is looking lukewarm. And the Prime Minister is not coming to the Parliament, and also he has not gone there. Whereas the responsible India parties have went to the Manipur, and they have just understood what has happened, and that is why they are speaking loudly, sir. Late leader Vajpayee stood for the Raj Dharma, and we are standing behind the person who is doing the Raj Dharma nowadays, sir. But today we cannot stand behind them, because when women are gang raped, striped and nakedly paraded, 140 people were killed, 300 people were severely damaged, 65,000 people have already ran for shelter to the adjoining forest. And CM Manipur tell openly that 100 such incidents of naked parading had happened. Shame on the part of the
Shame.
Sir, now the whole world is condemned the happenings in Manipur in no uncertainties. European Union Parliament, they say discussion in European Parliament and British Parliament have condemned PM Modi's and his party very strongly. in the EU Parliament, six parliamentary group has appealed the European Parliament. They say in their plea, whereas violence in India's Manipur state has erupted along ethnic and religious lines between the mainly Hindu Meitei community and Christian Kuki community, leading to a cycle of violence with over 100 people killed, over 40,000 displaced, and the destruction of the property and places, and so on, sir. Whereas in the latest round of violence, human rights groups have accused the BJP-led government in Manipur and nationally of implementing divisive ethno-nationalistic policies which opposes in particular religious minorities. Modi visit to USA has castigated, US visit has castigated 75 Democrats MPs for human rights violations in India. That is in US, sir. So lastly, I want to quote Narendra Datta, sir. Narendra Datta's speech. I quote, sir. Datta addressed the gathering as brothers and sisters. He has mentioned brothers and sisters, not ladies and gentlemen. The brothers and sisters has got more homely than ladies and gentlemen. He says I quote the speech, sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant, fanatism, have long possessed this beautiful earth. They have filled this earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent whole nation to despair. This is what the great man Narendra Datta said to the world. The man who introduced Hinduism to the world said these words, warning the world from disaster. He also quoted, I again quote, I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught me and world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. That is what he has told, sir. Finally, he says, it is Narendra Modi famed Hindutva, which the world witnessing today. This is nothing but Hinduism, where religious tolerance has no place. Your schemes of things has sent agendas like Citizenship Act amendment to drive away minorities and uniform civil code, etc. Sir. Finally I quote, Tirukkural 474. அமைந்து ஆங்கு ஒழுகான் அளவறியான் தன்னை வியந்தான் விரைந்து கெடும். He who defies righteous order, oversteps limits, and enjoys self-aggrandizement gets lost fast. This is what I want to tell my close friend Narendra Modi ji. So the whole world has warned him against the peril he is going to meet, and also the Indian parliamentarians in this house, sir. Moreover, he is very aggressive and atrocious also. During how come he is not attending the parliament, sir? Yes. How come? Yes. What right sir? Public has elected him to come to parliament, yes. And moreover, he is holding the position of prime minister. Yes. This is not fair on the part of the sir. Over near about 1 month, all the members of parliament belonging to the opposition, every day in day out, they are just making a plea before them, and this ruling party is trying to support all these rules and regulations of the parliament and also the Constitution of India. Moreover, there is one person in our state. Finally, sir, there is one person in our state. Sir, Assembly is in session. Chief Minister and all the ruling party, the opposition, everybody in present. But before chanting national anthem, this man is going out, sir. Shame on the part of the governor who is ruling the state. It is not fair. So ESP brought back to the by the governor, and the Home Minister should take note of it. And governor should be condemned in all respects. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Professor Saugat Roy ji.
Sir, on behalf of the All India Trinamool Congress and its leader Mamata Banerjee, I rise to speak on the no confidence motion. I also speak on behalf of the India Alliance. I express confidence in the Supreme Court, which restored Rahul Gandhiji's membership. Also, I express no confidence motion against this government. I have to say that I have nothing personal against Mr. Modi. But as Brutus said in Julius Caesar, not that I love Modi less, but that I love India more. If anybody loves India, they will oppose Modi. Because his government has been a government of failed promises and disastrous policy decisions. Still, sir, I do not want to make it personal. I do not want to raise the question of Modi ji's educational qualification, over which there is a cloud. Nor do I want to speak on Gujarat riots or the BBC documentary on Modi ji on Gujarat riots. Sir, before going to my main point on Manipur, I want to mention that this government is destroying federalism in the country. Its purpose is to weaken all state governments. West Bengal is a victim because Amit Shah went to Bengal and said, Agle bar 200 par. BJP could not even get 80 seats. So they have stopped all money for Narega, which amounts to 7,300 crores, and for PM Awas Yojana, which amounts to 8,400 crores. Our party has given a call. If the money is not released soon, then on 2nd October, we shall bring lakhs of people to Delhi to demand our share, our dues in respect of Narega. Sir, I do not want to reply to Mr. Nishikant Dubey. He is a man desperate to get into the ministry somehow or other. So he has to flatter the government. And he quoted all wrong history, which I don't want to go into. But I want to remind him that he belongs to an organization which did not participate in the August 42 movement. He belongs to an organization which was banned after Gandhiji's murder. I do not want to have any track with such organization and people representing it. Sir, before going further, I want to mention there are some ministers, sprinkling of ministers here, that ministers must control themselves. Earlier, Anurag Thakur went to a meeting in Delhi and said, Goli maro, dash dash. And now Meenakshi Lekhi, minister from Delhi, is saying that don't speak against us, we shall send ED to your home. I want to say that I come from the land of Tagore, who said, don't fear. Ami bhai korbo na bhai korbo na. Dubela morar age morbo na bhai morbo na. I shall not fear, and I shall not die twice before dying actually. Sir, this government is a government of the heartless. They are sending delegations to West Bengal on any plea, but not one delegation has gone to Manipur, where our brothers and sisters are dying. Sir, I'll remind you that remind you of what Mark Antony said in Julius Caesar. You blocks, I'll paraphrase it and say, you blocks, you stones, what you worse than senseless things. Oh, you hard hearts, cruel men of BJP. You have no compassion. That's why you have not gone to Manipur as all the opposition parties have gone. Sir, let me say a few words about Manipur. My young friend, Mr. Gaurav Gogoi, has very ably summed up the situation in Manipur. Manipur ethnic clashes between Meiteis and Kukis started on 3rd May 2023 and are still continuing. On 5th August, 5 people, 3 Meiteis and 2 Kukis were killed in Manipur in escalation of hostilities. So far, over 150 people have been killed. At least 100 women were raped and over 70,000 people have been displaced and 350 relief camps have been set up. The delegation from India which went met people in relief camps in Imphal and Churachandpur. Nishikant did not mention a single word about Manipur. This government wants to forget. Sir, the actual count may be higher. And now, these incidents in Manipur remind one of the riots in Rwanda between Hutus and Tutsis some years ago. The worst incident in Manipur came to light on 19th July when a video went viral showing 2 Kuki women being stripped, paraded naked on the streets and sexually assaulted by apparently Meitei men. Sir, are we living in a civilized country that this happens to our sisters? This is unimaginable. No action was taken by the police for more than 2 months until the video emerged. This was due to internet shutdown in Manipur, which, as Gaurav mentioned, is still continuing. The Prime Minister opened his mouth after 80 days since the start of violence, saying that his heart is full of pain and anger. But he has not visited Manipur till date. Now the Supreme Court has belatedly set up a 3-judge committee consisting of women judges. This is good because when the government fails, the highest court of the land has to take up the matter. Sir, till today mobs of Meiteis are attacking Kuki villages who are retaliating with SLRs, AK-47, etc. Much of the arms are coming from abroad across a porous border and is funded by mainly poppy money, opium money. Police armories are looted. The government led by BJP Chief Minister Biren Singh, who is a Meitei, has failed to maintain law and order. I demand that he should be immediately dismissed and President's rule imposed on the state. Sir, one interesting thing, you are a doctor from Ahmedabad, you will realize that what was the Prime Minister doing from May to July this year when Manipur was burning. He visited 7 countries, in which USA from 20 to 23rd June, Hiroshima, Japan, 20th May, Australia, May 24, France, July 13 to 14, UAE, July 15, Egypt, to see the pyramids, 24 to 25 June, Papua New Guinea, 24 to 25 July 2023. And he was very proud that Joe and Jill Biden gave a private dinner at White House in his honor. हम कहते हैं ना साहब लोग पीठ ठोक दिया तो साहब लोग उसको प्राइवेट डिनर दिया बहुत खुश हो गया और हमारे बहन लोग उधर उनको इज्जत छीना जा रहा है. This is our Prime Minister. Sir, is our Prime Minister a roving ambassador or a traveling salesman? Because he even went to Sikar in Rajasthan to campaign in the midst of all this. Now, the Prime Minister has to reply why he was visiting foreign countries when Manipur was burning. Sir, let me come to some other points. The major failure of the government is to check price rise. Price of tomato is at 250 rupees a kg. He has failed to provide jobs. It is destroying social harmony. We have seen the communal riots in Nuh and Gurugram in Haryana. They are still continuing, polarizing the communities, destroying federalism. Sir, in Nuh, allegations are made that only Muslim houses are being demolished by bulldozers. Sir, the government is destroying federalism by sending useless governors to states to disturb state governments, as in West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and Delhi. Sir, the government has been weakening institutions, Parliament to Election Commission. Modi never comes to attend Parliament. He has not replied to a single question in Parliament. I have seen many other parliaments. I have never seen a man like him, who as Prime Minister does not reply to a single question. He does not believe in parliamentary democracy, and maybe he.
सौगत राय जी, आप तो बहुत वरिष्ठ मेंबर हो।
सर,
प्रधानमंत्री जी का
खराब बात
आप अविश्वास की दरख्वास्त पर बोलो।
मैं तो कोई
प्रधानमंत्री जी देश के प्रधानमंत्री होते हैं, इस प्रकार से बातें मत करो।
सर, आपको
पर्सनल एलिगेशन मत करो।
आपको सर, आप बहुत बड़ा डॉक्टर हैं।
बैठ जाइए
सर,
आप बैठ जाइए।
सर, आप बीजेपी के हैं, लेकिन बड़ा डॉक्टर है, इसलिए मैं आपको इज्जत करता हूँ। एक्सेप्ट करवाइट। सर, the central agencies, ED and CBI, they are used to target opponents and bring down opposition state government, as it happened in Maharashtra. BJP has a big washing machine. No, baitho. What? BJP has a big washing machine. When Ajit Pawar was in NCP, he was very bad. 70,000 crore irrigation scam. Now BJP's washing machine he has entered. Now he has become a good man. Amit Shah goes and praises him. Sir, I talk about demonetization. One mad decision by the Prime Minister. It caused chaos. 150 people died standing in queues for changing notes. Many MSMEs were totally wiped out. Sir, on farm bills, the government tried to press farm bills down the throat of the farmers. They resisted boldly, and ultimately government had to withdraw the farmer bills. But the farmers are still committing suicide. They are still committing suicide, and the promise to double farmers' income by 2022 is not fulfilled. Sir, PSUs are being disinvested. Banks are writing off 14 lakh crores NPS in the last 9 years. PSUs are being privatized, including profitable ones like the LIC. Sir, I am coming to the end of my tether. Sir, special advantages are given to some industrial houses, Tatas, Ambanis and Adanis. Adani got most of the airports, including Mumbai airport, by arm twisting, and then cement companies, and then land ports. Ambanis persuaded the government to stop import of laptops, since it is bringing out laptops themselves. Tatas are buying Air India, are now buying out Vistara. Government has not given a statement on the Hindenburg research report on the Adani share scam till today. The Prime Minister avoids all discussion on Adani in the House. Sir, today LPG cylinders, as you may know, cost 1,200 rupees. Government earned above rupees 27 lakh crores by increasing duties on petroleum product. Petrol now costs rupees 106 and diesel rupees 92 per litre in my city. Sir, the Prime Minister does not fulfill his promises. He promised 15 lakhs for every household, did not fulfill. He promised 2 crore jobs per year, he did not fulfill. And this lack of compassion was displayed when, during the pandemic, a sudden lockdown announcement, lakhs of migrant workers were seen walking to their homes, some dying on the roadside. Hundreds of dead bodies were found on the banks of the river Ganga. Today, unemployment is the biggest issue. Multinational corporations are sacking large number of technical people, both India and abroad. During the pandemic, 1 crore jobs were lost. Sir, they speak big on nationalism, but China is still camping on Indian territory in Galwan, Ladakh, and Doklam, Sikkim. Government cannot do anything. Now the government wants to rewrite history. Is planning to exclude the Mughal period from history books. Will foreign dignitaries not be taken to see the Lal Killa and Taj Mahal, which were built by Mughals? They are promoting people who are not actually good freedom fighters. V.D. Savarkar, on whom there may be a controversy, he pleaded mercy from the British to get out of cellular jail in Andaman in 1922. Bengali freedom fighters, they spent their full period in the Andamans. Savarkar got out.
Kindly conclude.
Sir, last question.
Conclude.
Last matter. Agya. Sir, the worst railway accident again showed the lack of compassion of the Prime Minister. 288 people died in a rail accident in Balasore. 1,000 were injured. The PM did not care to visit Balasore nor see the patients at the hospital. Our Chief Minister went, but the Prime Minister did not care to go. He does not care. He said, huh? Afterwards.
Kindly conclude.
Yeah. Sir, last.
Professor, conclude.
Sir, the government is in a hurry in introducing Vande Bharat trains and new stations. Safety is ignored. Today, truth does not come out. News channels are muzzled. Most of them are bought over by big business. Sir, that's why I want to say the Supreme Court has already expressed no confidence in the government.
Thank you very much.
Sir,
Thank you.
I'm finishing. Sir, 2 minutes. By setting up the 3-judge committee, sir, the Prime Minister will not win the 2024 election. He is scared.
Thank you. Thank you.
India has been formed.
Thank you.
He is now depending on inauguration of Ram Mandir.
Thank you. Thank
That will
you.
not. Lastly, sir, let me make a quotation, read a quotation from John Donne, as quoted in Ernest Hemingway. He said, "Every man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind. Therefore ask me not, for whom
Thank
the bell
you.
tolls, it tolls for thee."
Thank you,
It is
Swagat Rai ji.
tolling for the
Thank
Prime
you.
Minister Narendra Modi. Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू आप एक ब्रीफ इंटरवेंशन आप कर दीजिए, फिर सुप्रिया जी बोलेंगे।
महोदय, मैं बहुत जरूरी सूचना आपको बता रहा हूं जानकारी के लिए कि ईडी और सीबीआई की रोज बात होती है। बात मियां, मैं बता
एड्रेस को भी एड्रेस की चेयर।
ये ईडी और सीबीआई इसी संसद ने बनाया था और ईडी और सीबीआई का छापा में जो अरबों रुपए पकड़े जा रहे हो, किसके बाप के पैसे
बहुत
होते
बहुत धन्यवाद। ये श्रीमती सुप्रिया सुले जी। एक जस्ट अ मिनट, निशिकांत जी।
स्पीकर्स डायरेक्शन 115 रूल 115 स्पीकर्स डायरेक्शन। चेयरमैन बनिए सर, चेयरमैन बनिए। 115 स्पीकर्स डायरेक्शन सर।
ठीक है, वी विल सी इट लेटर ऑन। सुप्रिया सुले जी, सुप्रिया सुले।
आप चेयरमैन बनिए।
मेरा टाइम मत कट करिए इनके कारण।